Hey everyone of Witches of the Moon. This week we're talking about healing modalities. Um, I personally use different ones for different things. I have general knowledge in a lot, but I don't have specific knowledge in certain areas just because I like to be a jack of all trades. And honestly, some of the classes I think out there are overpriced, but that's just my opinion. Um, the only thing that I really have more experience in is pranic healing, and really I use it. I use it more like a Reiki person would you do their healing. Just because I don't even know what to call what I do, what my method is, but basically I do a lot of breath work, which is prana. If you guys are familiar with pranayama, it's a certain type of breath work that you do to kind of channel your energy and to focus it in a way that you can direct it and however you want to direct it, whether it's to heal or to energize, whatever it may be. You do certain types of breathing to bring that out. But I also do where it's almost like I step out of my body and I astrally heal people, if that makes sense. It's almost like a out of body astral healing when I heal that person. And a lot of times that's just because I've learned if I do straight up, the prana healing, the pranic healing, lay of hands, or whatever you want to call it, I feel like I usually take on the illness, and I myself don't want to take on an illness. Sometimes it does happen, but I don't like to feel sick or down or, the lack of energy all the time. So I kind of developed my own method to where I do this breath work and I step out of my body for a moment, and then I heal the person with my astral body. It sounds really wicked and weird, but that's just my method. I do, put my hands over the person like you do with Reiki or whatever, and send energy that way as well. But mostly, it's me out of my body, kind of healing someone in my own way. Like I said, I really feel like we all have our own way of healing. I feel like you don't need certifications and you don't need all these things out there to tell you that you are a healer. We all heal ourselves in some way, shape, or form. So we have a practice of doing that. It's just a matter of finding your own method to apply it to someone else, and that's why I do it the way I do. A lot of times when I'm down or when I feel sick, it's more of I feel like almost like a prayer work when I heal myself. I don't like astral project and then heal myself. I find that kind of weird. That's like kind of having sex with yourself. It's just a little bit odd. But I channel energy, and it's not my energy, but it's the energy from another source. And I heal myself that way. I feel like a lot of stuff out there, it's about the same. It's just semantics and a different form of everything, and it's a different way of doing it. It's kind of like I kind of like healing work and everything. I kind of liken it to like different martial arts. It's all martial arts, but the martial arts kind of practice on certain disciplines within that framework. You might have one that focuses mostly on kicks and not a lot of the fist work, and then you have some that are strictly fist and no kicks. You know, and that's kind of how I feel that that healing work is like. I paused there for a moment because my brain went somewhere. Um, Kind of like segueing into this, when I spoke about martial arts, is qigong, um, which basically translates into, sorry, my light there is a little bright, I guess. Um, it basically translates into energy work. Um, Gong Fu just means hard work, but it's also the original name for Kung Fu. And before, a lot of people, like the Chinese, before they would let you do anything with, doing your fist work or leg work, whatever, they would have you do breath work. And that's where Qigong comes into. After Qigong, you go into a type of, they call it like a soft martial arts, where you're not so hard with everything. You're learning the forms. That's where Tai Chi comes in, and then you go into the martial arts. It's basically preparing your body slowly for martial arts, but at the same time you're learning how to do these breaths and how to focus your energy, and to manipulate your into doing things that you want it to do. They have something called Dan Tien, where it's basically your solar plexus, and every time you do like a move that you want to move the other person, but you don't want to move, you focus all your energy right there, like it's a lead anvil, so you yourself don't get kicked back. You do your move, and then you're sturdy. That's kind of like what Qigong is like. They're using different ways to manipulate your energy to kind of, I feel, almost like ground you and to put you the here and now. So I don't know much about Qigong, but there's a lot of crazy videos on YouTube, and it's very interesting to see how people use their Qigong throughout their life, through their daily lives, and the things that it can do. Let's see what else. I have some notes here, so pardon me. Well, Reiki, I don't know much about Reiki because everyone that I know has kind of self-taught themselves into Reiki, and then they eventually went into a Reiki course. But what I know, I want to call Earth Reiki, because I think we all kind of learn Earth Reiki in the beginning without any knowledge. Like when we have too much energy, I knew a lot of witches in the beginning that taught me to go out to a tree and to put my energy into that tree if I had too much energy, so I could ground myself. I had other people that taught me how to take my negative energy and to put it in something and throw that out. Mostly it was eggs into the river. You can tell that was someone that was into Santeria. But I think we all have our own energy manipulation, our energy that we use, and how we focus it. It's all just a matter of keeping yourself cleansed. And if you are going to heal someone else, I mean, you can't have all this negative energy in you, because what happens is, I feel you impart that on other people. And with Reiki, from what I know, is more of pulling from another source and using your body as kind of like a vessel. But if your body is a vessel and you have negative energy, it's like drinking water from a dirty cup. And so it's really in good practice to get all your negative energy out. In fact, I believe that's probably why level 1 is, self-healing, self-cleansing. Self-confidence is another good thing too. Everything that counteracts negative energy is a great way to keep it out of your body. And I think that's one of the things I do like about some of these courses out there. If you find a good one, there are some, you know, that you can get to master level in a weekend, and I don't think those are the ones that you want to go to. You want to go to a Reiki person, a Reiki master that actually teaches you Reiki. And I really feel, and I know a lot of people probably hate me for this. Let me turn this light off here. I know a lot of people probably hate me for this, but I feel like a lot of the healing modalities, a lot of the healing work, you need someone right there with you to show you. Now, that doesn't mean they can't teach you theology. They can't teach you something to get you going and to get you on the right track. But overall, I feel that you need someone there to help you. Especially with Reiki, I hear, you know, there's activations and stuff. You know, I feel like that would be better benefited to the person to be there with you. Did I say that right? It'd be a better of a benefit to you. That's just me, you know, my little caveat. What else do I have here? I have Akashic healing on this list, and you know, it's a big thing now that a lot of healers saying that they can what do they say? It's like they cut your tendrils, cut your negative energy tendrils, so it better heals you. And there's just a lot of different variations on Akashic healing, but I think the main one is the tendril, octopus legs, whatever you want to call, however you want to describe that, where they cut the cord basically to your negative energy so you don't have it. Now I feel that's a very good one. It's a lot like Reiki, where they pull from another source to heal you. I feel that's only good when you start doing the inside work, and then once you start doing that, then cut the tendrils, because we as humans, I feel we grow to learn the devil we know the most. And if someone were to cut some of my things, it might send me into a spiral, because I don't know how to function without those things. Now, once you teach those behaviors and you see that they're starting to kind of do the work to pushing it out, then that's when I would, you know, cut the tendrils. That's just me. But I say be very careful with, you know, any healing, especially when it's cutting off your negative stuff, because I think a lot of that stuff is behaviors. Because I can go into your body and cut off all the negative energy and cut off all the tendrils, but if your behavior is that you like to roll around in negative energy, to roll around in a negative environment, and not, you know, psychically and energetically, whatever you want to call it, defend yourself, you're always going to come to me for something. It'd be day and night, every 5 minutes. You know, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. So it's good to kind of figure out your behaviors as well in this process. I think I went off there for a moment, sorry. So Akashic healing is a lot like Reiki, as I said. They're pulling from an alternate source other than their body. They're being the vessel, and they're healing you. In this case, with Akashic healings, it's with the Akashic masters, the ascendant masters, whatever you want to call it, angels and whatnot. I feel like this will be lumped into what Natalie referred to as elemental healing. I kind of don't like to say that, but it's kind of the same aspect. But I feel when you elemental heal, and I almost want to call it alchemy healing, because you use things of the earth, basically. You use things of the earth to heal someone else, whether it be a totem, even herbs, or a spirit from this earth to heal someone. With Akashic healing, they're using a higher vibration godlike vibrations. Let me put it that way. They're using godlike vibrations to bring down here and to heal someone, whether it's, you know, an Octurian energy wave, whether it's Zachiel, you know, Metatron, whatever vibration, they're actually calling it down and bringing it into another person. Again, I feel like if someone is not ready for that vibration, because when you give them that vibration, you activate them. So if they have bad habits, I feel like it's only gonna make things worse. So if you are a healer out there, or if you're looking to heal yourself with these vibrations, take into account that you might not be ready for those. I know that's when I wanted to do all this stuff. I'm like, I'm ready. I don't care what you say. I'm ready. It does tend to make things worse. Or really, let me put it this way, as Dio would say, it brings things into light that you're not ready to see yet. You know, it makes those shadows much darker. So if you're not ready to face the shadows within yourself, wait to bring on those higher vibrations to yourself. That's just what I feel. And then the last one is herbal healing. We all do it a little bit. When you get sick, you take a little echinacea. You know, when you feel like you're getting an inflammation in your body somewhere, whether you have arthritis or maybe you're getting a slight headache, instead of going to the ibuprofen, we go to turmeric. And just a side note, for those who use turmeric, make sure you're taking your daily probiotics as well with that, because it can disrupt a lot of things in your gut. And we all know our gut is where all our healing is in our body. Our immune system is in our gut. And I think really that's all I have to say about all these modes of healing. I'm surprised that I said this much, because I was going into this and I was like, I really don't know what I'm going to say. But herbal healing is a great start. Pay attention to herbs, pay attention to roots. You'd be surprised at how you learn your body through roots, how you learn your body through the herbs, through the earth. And that's what that's where I started, and then I veered off all the way to the left. And you know, it took me a while to get back to learning about these herbs, learning about my body and stuff. I started to learn this early on, but then I found crystals, and crystals are like fucking crack. And I do crystal healing. I don't want to comment on crystal healing because I feel like everyone has their way. Everyone has their own version of it. And I wouldn't say it's new and fresh. It's been around. It's been around for a while now. I feel like it's just now in the forefront. It just took some time to surface more into light. And I feel like everyone has a different idea on what crystals do. Like, I see crystal quartz as an illumination crystal, as well an empowerment crystal, but at the same time, it can aggravate things. Like I told you with the higher vibrations, that the more you bring on the higher vibrations, the more you start to see the shadows within yourself. And that might disrupt things if you're not used to that. So you take caution with that. Now out there, you know, in the internets and whatnot, they're telling you that that's the best crystal for everything. And I really don't think it's the best crystal for everything. You have to use that wisely. Quartz, anything, is a high vibrational stone, and you have to be very careful with it. I myself like smoky quartz. It's an awesome stone. Some people like crystal quartz. Some people like citrine. You know, it's everyone has a particular thing they like about a stone, and it does something different to you. That's why, you know, these crystal Bibles that you buy, you'll look at it and it has everything under the sun, under every crystal, because crystals do different things for different people. It reacts differently to your body than it would. I can use it one way. I can give you the same crystal and it react to you in a different way. That's the beauty of crystal healing. I just feel like before you get someone who heals you on a crystal level, where they place it on your body or they charge something for you, know what these stones do for you, because if you don't know if it's a very high vibration to you, and someone charges it for you, puts it on your body, like I said, it can bring some things out in you that you're not ready for. You got to figure out what crystals will illuminate you, what crystals will heal you, will service you, and figure out which ones are poison to you. Me, I love the look of malachite, and it does things for me, but it doesn't want to be anywhere on my body or near my body. It's strictly an altar stone for me. It does, you know, some of my spell work and stuff, but that's it. And I hate that because I love the color green. But for some reason, malachite, that's the only green stone that so far I've found that if I try to carry it on me, if I try to wear it on a ring or make a charm of it and carry it on me, it completely acts as poison to me. I don't know why that is. That's just how my energy is reacting with that. So I only use it as an altar stone. And you probably see my green malachite skull up there somewhere. But I think that's all I gotta say. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a great one.